Hey, what's up everybody? This is Jumpin here, and today I'm going to be showing you the Quarian male infiltrator, one of the new characters. Really excited to show him to you. Obviously this is from the new Rebellion DLC. I'm also going to be using this new sniper rifle, probably the best gun in the game now, and I'll get all into that in a second here. I will rant and rave about this gun, I gotta admit. But yeah, in my opinion, this is becoming probably the best gun in the whole game. Okay, now for the build though that I've been using damage on cloak, pretty standard. Recharge speed, that's also very standard, at least for me. And then sniper rifle damage, just because I'm going to be using the sniper rifle damage. Although I do recommend bonus power for this guy more than sniper rifle damage. I don't recommend a sniper rifle for him, and the reason why is because of tactical scan. With this power, you're going to be able to debuff your enemies, and I'm going to recommend weapons damage for the first one. But without the bonus power, it's kind of useless. If you had bonus power, I think it'd be a lot better. And then for the last one here, I don't really know what to recommend. I also really do like the speed penalty. That's what I went for the second option there. But yeah, it's really up to you, damage or area scan. I haven't really played with them much. I really do love the new arc pistol. I said arc pistol. Arc grenade. This thing is amazing. I've always wanted an EMP grenade, but I'm going to highly recommend damage for the first one. And then you don't need the radius. The radius is huge on it already. Also, I'm going to recommend max grenades. This is going to lift the grenade up to a 3, and if you have the new grenade thing, you can have 4, so that's also amazing. And then I'm also right here, I wasn't too sure which one I would recommend, but I am going to go ahead and say I think armor piercing would be maybe a little bit better, because this thing for the most part can just take down shields one hit. Maybe not to a boss, but at least to at least the other enemies, you'll be able to primarily just take down their shields in one hit. Alright, so I'm going to go for weapons damage on him. It really depends on your build, what you want to go for. But weapons damage, just because it is a sniper rifle build and stuff, I don't know. And this gun is really powerful anyway. And then definitely you would want to go for power damage for your next one. And just leave that at 5. And for your fitness, just pretty much leave that at 3. General idea of this build is that you're just going to max out your fitness and max out your powers, and then everything else, and your core and defender stays at 5. Alright, for the equipment I'm going to be using warp ammo 3, shield power cells 3, sniper rifle round 3, and then sniper rifle amp 1. So that's going to be pretty much the equipment. So let's go in and get into the gameplay. Alright, so this is going to be on the new map, Firebase Jade. Kind of interesting map. There's some, I'll get into that though. I have mixed feelings about the maps. I like them kinda, I kinda don't, but I'll get into that. The first thing I want to talk about is this freaking gun. This gun is absolutely ridiculous, and you will see in this gameplay how amazing this gun really is. Pretty much in this gameplay it's going to be me, Richard, and Envy, and we're all going to be using this gun, and yeah, this is going to be extremely easy. This will be gold Cerberus, and yeah, this gun is amazing on Cerberus, especially against phantoms and things like that. And as you can tell, it's pretty much just one hit freaking kill, and you don't even need to hit him. Like, you just can, you just hit the general area around him, and you'll pretty much kill him. So I really don't. The way I feel about this gun is I like it. I think it's amazing. It's definitely probably going to become the best sniper in the game, if not already the best sniper. But the problem is that because of that, I just feel like this gun can... I'm going to be personally protesting this gun. I did this for the gameplay. I did it for the Quarian Infiltrator. But at this point, I don't really see myself using this gun much. It's just so easy to use, and it's so... makes the game really easy. And I just feel that if a lot of people want to be cheap, they'll just use this gun. I mean, literally, too many people as is only plays with infiltrator classes, and when I say infiltrator classes, I mean primarily Geth and Solarian, and now this guy, because this infiltrator is also very good. But too many people just play with infiltrators. They don't really play with the other characters, and this is going to give them more of a reason to play as an infiltrator, because now this gun, which is also very easy to get because it's not blacklisted. This gun should have been blacklisted, and the assault rifle should have been a gold, because the assault rifle is really good. I don't have it yet, but I've seen some people use it, and I can tell you it's pretty good. But this particular gun, this gun is ridiculous. This is absolutely outrageous. You know, just so powerful. Just mows down every enemy. I mean, just look at this. Like, this is outrageous. But that's the way I feel about it. I'm going to be personally protesting it just because it's so easy to use, and everyone's going to want to use it. And the problem with it is that if you're trying to play, you know, a lot of people might literally quit this game because of something like this, because, you know, you're just going to go into a game, it's going to be probably Firebase, Gef, Firebase white, Gef, gold, and with nothing but infiltrators using this gun. That's probably what you're going to see a lot, because once people really start to use this gun and they start to like it, you'll just see this gun, because it's better than the Valiant, it's better than the Black Widow. It's absolutely amazing. Now, the one thing I will say about it, I do feel like it's somewhat host based, meaning that the host gets a big advantage with it, which is really the case with a lot of this game. But one thing about that is that they're going to be actually fixing a lot of these host based problems in the game coming Thursday. So if they fix all these problems, this gun should be among them, and also gets fit. You know, this gun should get fixed. So then everyone's going to have, you know, an equal chance of doing really well with this gun. And if that happens, then yeah, you're talking about a lot of games where you're going to go into it, a lot of people using this gun, and you know, it's just going to be jaw dropping on how easy people are just going to be able to kill enemies, because yeah, you just drop freaking everything. It's I don't know, like I said, if you're going to try this thing, just give it a chance. You'll love it. You'll instantly fall in love with it, believe me. But me personally, I'm gonna protest it. I'm not gonna use it, and I'm gonna try to recommend most of my friends not to use it, just so that, you know, I don't know, just so I don't want to support something that could potentially like really hurt the game in a way by people getting really upset by, you know, everyone just, this thing can steal your kill all day. Let's just put it that way. I know most people don't care about people stealing their kills. A lot of people don't, and I don't care that much either. But the thing about it is that there are a lot of people who do, and those people who do, yeah, they might literally rage at this game because of that. You know, there's some things in this game that are ridiculous, and this is definitely one of them. Alright, but let me go ahead and start talking about the Quarian Infiltrator, because this is, out of all the new characters, this is probably my favorite one. I really do not like the flamethrower ability on the Vorcha at all. And I'm kind of, what I would say as of right now is I'm a little disappointed with the DLC. The reason why I'm disappointed is because the weapons are amazing. The new weapons, like this weapon's amazing, the new assault rifle's amazing, the new shotgun's a lot of fun, and it's also amazing. So all the new weapons are great, where in the last DLC all the weapons kind of sucked, and then the characters were great. But I think the characters, they didn't really put a lot of time into like the characters in this DLC. They didn't really think much about it, because all the new characters have the same powers. The only difference are old powers, like, you know, the Infiltrator gets Cloak, and the Engineer gets Incinerate, and the Adapt gets Singularity, and the Vanguard gets Charge. You know, you get what I'm saying. And the Soldier gets Carnage, and the Sentinel gets Cluster Nades. So those are all old powers. And some of them are really bad. Like, I don't like cluster nades on Sentinel. I don't like the Sentinel at all. I do not like, I prefer the Vorcha. I like the Vorcha's Bloodlust. I really do like the Vorcha. But I really only like the Soldier. I hate the flamethrower ability. I think it's really bad. And, you know, besides that, I do not like the cluster nade, just because cluster nades, when you're not doing explosions, you know, when you don't have a way to set them up like a drill does, they're just not, in my opinion, they're just not that good, you know, at least for gold. So I would maybe on the Sentinel prefer the flamethrower, but I don't know, I just wouldn't prefer the Sentinel. I would probably just use a Turian or a Batarian Sentinel over the Vorcha Sentinel, honestly. That's at least how I feel about it. And the Carnage, you know, Carnage is a power that is also very, very iffy. Like, a lot of people hate Carnage. I actually don't hate Carnage. I think Carnage is okay. And I do like it kind of on the Fortress Soldier, because it at least gives me a reason to use it. But, I mean, I don't know. As you can tell, this gun, absolutely murks phantoms. Literally 2 shots. One to take the shield off, and the other thing, this gun can also this gun can actually also zoom in if you hold the R trigger. That's kind of gimmicky. I don't really like that either. I would never personally use it, only because I don't really think you need to zoom in this game. But I'm sure a lot of people might like it. So if you're among them, then yeah, you know, there's something you can do. You can zoom in with this gun. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, the new characters, they're just kind of like whatever, honestly. Like, I haven't been able to play with the X Cerberus yet, and I think I will like them. I think I'll enjoy them. I hope. But I've heard bad things about them. Most, you know, a lot of people I know have been telling me that they don't like the new Cerberus, or they don't like the new Vanguard or whatever. And if that's the case, if they don't like them, then if I don't like them, then yeah, then I'm just really not gonna like the DLC that much, to be honest. Just because the weapons are good, but the characters are just kind of the same, you know. I mean, the Quarian engineer is just gonna not be good, honestly. The Infiltrator will just outdo it all day. And out of all the new characters, the Quarian Infiltrator is definitely probably the best one. But then again, he is an Infiltrator, so what do you expect? But the one thing I really like about him is I really do like the arc grenades. I think that with the cloak, it's really amazing. Now, I do not really like tactical scan that much on the Infiltrator if you're going to use a sniper, like I said. If you wanted to use bonus power and maybe make this a shotgun build or an assault rifle build or something like that, I would probably recommend an assault rifle build, because that way you can use that new equipment that gives you assault rifle damage, and it also gives you another grenade, which is amazing for this build. I mean, you could even use the new assault rifle if you have it. But yeah, you know, that would be a really good build, because, you know, every time you wanted to use tactical, because the way it works, I guess the general idea is that, you know, you will use your tactical scan or whatever, and then cloak and shoot. But the downside is that it takes, the animation of it takes about, I don't know, about a second and a half. So, you know, and if you're cloaked, then you're going to literally burn your cloak using tactical scan, and that's really not that great. You cannot literally get a shot off before your cloak is off. So it's not, you know, it's a very slow power. And it just kind of messes you up. And if you're going to use it against anything as a sniping Quarian Infiltrator, because I still would recommend it for the most part, I say just use it against boss level enemies like this Atlas here, Banshees, Brutes, anything like that, anything strong, primes, because yeah, it will really help you against them. It will do a lot of damage, you know, a lot of extra damage, and just can be, you know, it can be very amazing. But like I said, the only downside to the power is that on a sniping class, it just, to me, doesn't make no sense. You can't spam this power. You can't use it to really give it an advantage. But if you wanted to make a very good debuffing Quarian Infiltrator, then yeah, you can just try bonus power with a non-sniper and just run around and use tactical scan on everything and help you and your teammates out a lot, and focus, you know, just around grenades and stuff. And it would be a very solid build, I think. So that's a couple options that you could potentially have. You know, I definitely will come out with more builds with the Quarian Infiltrator using different weapons, and, you know, who knows, I might even use the new shotgun, the electrical shotgun on them. We'll have to see. I mean, you know, as of right now, I will be uploading a lot of gameplays with, I will be uploading a lot of gameplays with all the new DLC stuff. That will be definitely what I'm going to dedicate this whole week to. Hopefully I can unlock them. I just recently unlocked the Vortex Sentinel, but God, man, I have to say, the Vortex Sentinel is just not for me. The soldier's practically the same thing. The only difference are the cluster nades, and if I was going to even do anything, I would just use the flamethrower on them. So, I mean, I don't know. That's pretty much how I would go about it, like I said. You know, this gun also, by the way, stuns the phantoms. So that's really insane. Like that, it can actually stun the phantoms. And if you can't tell, it can also get you multi-kills. If you can shoot it in between like 2 or 3 enemies, yeah, you'll kill like all, you can kill 3 enemies with this. I've actually killed 3 enemies in one shot with this gun. It's absolutely ridiculous. And just the fact that you're able to kill phantoms as quickly as you can, and all the enemies. Like you can drop a brute in like probably a clip. Like I mean I think I have I think I put on the tactical scan on the Banshee. I said a brute, but I mean a Banshee. I put the tactical scan on the Banshee. You know, I went cloak, chucked my cluster. Almost said cluster. I'm messing up everything right now. I'm sorry. But my arc grenades, I chucked all my arc grenades, right? Took down this barrier and then just shot it 3 times and it died. Like it was insane. But yeah, that's literally how ridiculous this gun is. It's almost just like I said, just too good. And once people really figure out like how good this gun is, yeah, you'll have a lot of people who will hoard this gun and pretty much probably just play with this gun exclusively. Because a lot of people are like that, unfortunately. They don't, like, to them, they can only have fun when they use something extremely overpowered. They can't have fun when they just run around and goof off, you know, using whatever gun, on whatever class, and then figure something out that's really good. Like, that's what's fun to me, is coming up with a build or something that is just kind of weird or interesting, and then, like, just using it and doing well with it. That's how I feel, at least. I don't really think that, you know, I have to use my Solarian Infiltrator with my Valiant all day, every day, to play gold. You know, I don't really think that's necessary. Or really, if I was going to do anything now on gold, if I wanted to go full tryhard mode, I would probably go, I don't even know the name of this gun, but I would use this gun on the Solarian Infiltrator or Geth Infiltrator and just run around and merc stuff. Maybe even on this guy. I mean, no, maybe not on this guy. Probably the Solarian, I would say. Or the Geth. Either way. Like, they're both really good. So, I don't know. Like, that's just how I feel about it. And it's a shame. But, you know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, it's just, I don't want to see people get, you know, I don't want to see people quit this game. And I'm not going to say that people are going to just outright quit because of a gun being too broken, but you know, there's a chance that there's going to be some people that this gun's going to really make mad. You know, because there was a couple times where you're playing and you're killing a brute or something, all of a sudden this jackass just shoots he just shoots the brute and it's just dead. You're like, what the heck? Like, that thing died in one shot. How did that happen? So yeah, that's this gun in a nutshell. Alright, so this is going to be wave 7, so this is going to be me just chucking a mass amount of arc grenades. Now, one thing about this gameplay is I was actually pretty low level. I think I was like level 15, and my arc grenades weren't that high level yet. But when I maxed them out and I was using them on gold, I actually got me a kill streak with them. So, yeah, they're very good. I really, really have been enjoying the arc grenades. I think they're pretty solid. You know, they can detonate any explosion. Well, not any explosion, but tech burst. You know, you can chuck them into a big group of enemies and just pretty much kill them all. Like if you chuck all 3, and you'll pretty much get yourself a kill streak just because the radius is just so huge on them. And I believe they're supposed to stun like synthetics and stuff, so they might be extremely effective against the Geth. I haven't really tried them against the Geth yet, but you know, they definitely would be amazing. Like, look at that right there. That's ridiculous. One shot. But yeah, you know, that's pretty much like the main thing. All right. So one thing about this map, though, I want to talk about. This map is kind of well, basically the 2 new maps are kind of like, to me, whatever. That is ridiculous if you've seen it. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, that was outrageous. Like, that's how much, like, okay, it was cool because, like, right there, if you didn't catch it, Drew was getting assassinated, and in, like, one shot, I killed that freaking Phantom. Like, it had, like, shields and barriers still, and that's not supposed to happen on gold. This gun can actually ignore shield gating. So, and if you don't know what shield gating is, that is with, like, okay, if you're using a sniper, and let's say a Widow, and you snipe a guy in the head on silver, he's going to get his head blown off, he's going to die. But on gold, if you snipe him in the head, nothing's going to happen. He's just going to get sniped in the head, and he'll still have health. So you have to reload your gun and shoot him again. It's very annoying, and it's only really good, and that makes the Solarian really good because of the energy drain. You energy drain, you shoot him, you energy drain, you shoot him. Pretty standard, you know. But with this gun, and with, like, the harpoon gun, these guns, I believe, I don't think this gun totally ignores shield gating, but I also think that if they're weak, if they don't have full shields, it can potentially ignore shield gating, and you can just one shot them. It's insane. But that's another thing about this gun I wanted to bring up. But anyway, like I was saying about this map, like this map in particular, like this is Sakesh. If you don't know, this is a Solarian homeworld, and what's cool about this map is that we were fighting Cerberus on this, and that was kind of cool, I thought, just because Cerberus is what you fight in the campaign, and it's really cool that on this map we fought Cerberus. On in the live comm I did with the Vorcha, we fought against Reapers, and that's the I believe that's how you say it. And that's the Asari homeworld, and on that, in the campaign, on that map, you actually did fight against Reapers. So I thought it was pretty cool how, like, we were able to, like, because we were playing, I think, Unknown Enemy when we were doing this, both these gameplays, and, it was, it's pretty cool. But, like I was saying, though, like, Cerberus on this map and on the other map, for the most part, are kind of annoying, just because, like, these maps are kind of big in a way, like especially this one, I don't know, they're both really medium, like a medium-sized big map is how I would describe it, and like the turrets on this map, like, oh man, Cerberus can set up some wicked turrets, and they can really mess you up, honestly, and you can get flanked from like all over the place. The spawns are really weird. Now you gotta keep in mind though, this was actually pretty much our first time playing on this map. We played on it, I think, to wave 3, and then just all died on purpose because, I think I was like, F it, let's just record a gameplay, let's go. So we just died, and then we just recorded this gameplay. But, but we did know a little bit about where the ammo boxes was and stuff, but we don't know about the spawns yet. Because, if you notice, like, for the most part, my team are going to be kind of holding down this general area on these staircases. And honestly, guys, it is not a good spot to hold down. Because when you start to get swarmed in later waves by phantoms and then, banshees maybe for reapers, yeah, you will get screwed over. And yeah, I think you will see it in this wave. Like, they are just going to get really screwed because of getting swarmed and stuff. But yeah, that's just the thing. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and chuck some nades right there, and continue to chuck some nades, why not? I'm continuously moving around, and by the time, in a blink of an eye, I believe, like, they're all just going to get dropped by phantoms that are flanking them from all over the place. So, yeah, there we go. They literally just all died by, phantoms and guardians and stuff, so I'm going to run back over here and help them up and stuff, and kind of just get the hell out of here. And then I'm going to get dropped as well. And in this gameplay, if you can't tell right there, Drew, aka DK, he's actually playing with I believe the Vanguard, the new Vanguard. And, the lash ability is kind of cool. I really do like it. I think it looks really awesome, but I don't really know how effective it is. I don't know. It's kind of like an iffy thing. Like, a lot of, like I said, the people who I know who has it, everyone has said that it's cool, but they don't really know yet. So, who knows? Like, when I get my hands on it, I'll play with it. Definitely bring on a gameplay with it. I think I will like the X Cerberus. Like I said, as of right now, I like the Vorcha. I like Bloodlust. It's one of my favorite powers now in the entire game. But I hate the Vorcha's secondary powers. They don't, they just don't get anything that's fantastic. Like, I don't like the Flamer power, and I do not like cluster nades on him. And I also do not like Carnage that much. Carnage is okay, but I wouldn't. I don't really use Krogan Soldier much because I don't really like Carnage, and even when I do use Krogan Soldier, half the time I don't even put Carnage on him. So, who knows? This is a couple things, But yeah, both these new maps are kind of like, they're okay. I think that once I get used to them, I'll like them for the most part. I think this map's really cool graphically, but I think the other map's also very cool graphically, and that matters a lot to me for Mass Effect, just because this is a very gorgeous game, and you want the maps to be pretty, shit like that. But yeah, that's just the thing though. Like, the maps right now, I'm not too sure about them. And at this point, you know, I'm really iffy about the characters. I'm kind of iffy, you know, I'm iffy about the maps, and I'm kind of iffy about the I'm actually kind of iffy about the weapons, only because I think that, you know, they're all so good that some of them are game breaking, like the sniper rifle. And I've seen the Cerberus assault rifle, and God, man, that thing, I want that so bad. That thing looks amazing. And then you know, you might have seen a little bit of the, you know, what was that thing? Oh yeah, of the electrical shotgun. I like that thing too. Like, that thing's cool, but I think what's better is actually I mean, that thing's actually really good, but I've been using it more lately, and I've gotten better with it. In that gameplay, I was kind of like retarded with it, but and a lot of people say that thing sucks for gold, but no, that thing's good. That thing's good no matter what you do. You know what this gun reminds me of? This gun reminds me of, like, if you ever seen that movie RoboCop, the giant, like, sniper rifle gun that they had at the end. I think that's kind of where they got the, you know, inspiration for this gun. If not that, like, it just reminds me of, like, Jurassic Park or something, with, like, some type of anti-dinosaur gun. I don't know, but I mean, just any sniper that can shoot bazooka rounds, like, that's pretty ridiculous. Alright, so right here, we're trying really hard to stay alive, but it is just not happening very well. Just because this upload, I mean, I can already tell you this is going to be a really bad upload, depending on the faction, because, like, God, they were spawning all around us. Like, they literally were spawning right next to us. It was outrageous. You know, like, the Phantoms were literally spawning right outside this room and just rushing in nonstop. If it wasn't for 3 of us having the sniper rifle and being able to stun them and shoot them and stuff, then yeah, we could have definitely had some issues right there. At least for the upload. And now that it's over, what's crazy is that we're actually having more issues now than we did, you know, when we were doing the upload. You know, just because these freaking things are just mowing us down. This is also a gun, by the way, guys, that if you can reload cancel, you should definitely reload cancel this thing. Its reload is somewhat long, but it does have 3 bullets in the clip, which is kind of ridiculous in a lot of ways that they gave it that. Like, they really should have made this a single shot gun, just to make it a little bit more fair. Because, you know, like, that's the uniqueness of the Valiant and the Black Widow, is that the reason why those were the best snipers in the game was because they had more than 1 bullet in the clip. Now that this thing is as good as it is, I mean, this is like a Black Widow or a Valiant with, like, Widow times 2 damage. Like, what's not to love about that? Like, that is just so ridiculous. But I mean, I don't know. Like I told you earlier in this video, you will hear me rant and rave a lot about this, and I will be highly protesting this gun probably for a long time. Not only that, but, you know, if you guys are, you know, friends of mine, or you play with me, or you're in the clan, you know, for a while, you know, I'll definitely be cool with this gun because everybody wants to use it, everybody wants to have a good time with it. But, you know, after a while, I'm going to be probably protesting it, where I don't even want people using it around me, because you know, I don't know. I just think that this is stupid. Like, look at this. This is outrageous. Like, oh my God, you gotta be joking. If I had 1 more bullet, I would have had a triple or quad feed of just Phantoms, just getting in a straight line, stunned to death, and just getting mowed down. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now we're doing something very stupid. Like, normally I always tell you, hey guys, never stay in the you know, in the landing pad. It's stupid, and it is. But for some reason, we're staying in the landing pad. I don't know why. Like, maybe because it was a new map. Like, we just really didn't know where to go. Like, so it's just one of those things. You just kind of, like, needed to defend where you're comfortable at. And like I said, for the majority of this game, they were kind of just sitting right there, you know, in that area. So I'm sure they felt very comfortable just continuing to sit right there. So. But, you know, their spawns are just all over the place, and there's so many Phantoms. It's pretty outrageous, but, you know, I don't know. Like, yeah, but anyway, as you can tell, this game is wrapping up, though. Like I was saying, though, I will be uploading a lot of new DLC stuff. You know, I'm going to dedicate this whole week to it, so definitely watch out for that. You know, it should be amazing. Like I said, one thing about the Quarian Infiltrator, if you wanted to use tactical scan very well, I highly recommend bonus power over a sniper rifle for this build. I really do. I think that that's going to be a more effective build, either with an assault rifle or shotgun, whatever you prefer, or even SMG maybe. But anything but a sniper, just because he needs, I mean, if you want to help your teammate and yourself out a lot, you need your tactical scan, and it would be very useful. But alright, now somehow we got partial extraction. We did not know how. It looked like we were all in the circle and everybody who, you know, we were all alive. So who knows how we didn't get it, but apparently Drew and Richard was not in the circle. But it's really whatever. But yeah, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this gameplay. Please comment, please like, please subscribe. Like I said, I will be uploading a lot of new stuff coming out pretty much this week. And watch out for that. But besides that, guys, have a nice day.